Right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is having a great evening. Hope everyone is having a great evening. Coach Jay is here. Hello, hello, hello. If you're watching live, comment live. If you are watching the replay, comment replay. I want to make sure that you can hear me. Okay. Because okay, I had it on mute at first. Okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. TikTok, I got you on here, up here, and then I also have YouTube. Have YouTube here. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure. Okay, I want to make sure y'all got me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, how's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome to the live. This is Coach Jay. I am a Oh, good. Very good. Hey, Marie. How are you? I see you are kicking it. You are moving. You are grooving. I'm so proud of you. Everybody, if you are here and you are excited about like really just looking to trust yourself, and you want to do that. Like, yes, we trust God, right? We trust God for everything, in terms of like managing ourselves, protection, and all these kinds of things. But when it comes down to the work, right? When it comes down to the work, then we have to start thinking about ourselves. Like, are we trusting ourselves? Okay. Are we trusting ourselves? So trying to give y'all a little bit more length. Okay. Give y'all length. Okay. Give me some hearts, y'all. Give me some hearts. Like this video. Tell 1 to 2 or share it to 1 to 2 of your business besties. Focus, focus, focus. Today, we are going to talk about trusting ourselves now and going into 2025. We got to stay focused. Okay. We got to stay focused. She said, Marie said, counseling Thanksgiving, head down, laser beam focus, in good health too, emotionally well. Amen. I love that. I love that. And Thanksgiving just don't feel like Thanksgiving this year. Does anybody like that's so weird? It's so different this year. Usually everybody know exactly what they bring to the dinner. Everybody know exactly what they bring in for dessert, who making what. No one is, well, I don't know anybody like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you're coming in live, comment live in YouTube and give me some hearts over here. I want to get that number up to 1,000. I know it's going to be hard tonight, but we're going to do what we got to do tonight to make it happen, because we got a lot of stuff coming up the pipeline with Elocin, which is my company's name, Elocin Consulting. And 2025 is going to be a good year. We're already in it, right? We're already in it, but we want to close up 2024 super, super good. Okay. Very much so. So if you're here because you want to learn how to trust yourself, you're in good company. And I want to, because I know that so many women are having this issue with still trusting themselves. And I have so many theories, and I have probably said this 1,000 times, that women have to learn the system. You got to understand, like, you cannot be addicted to blame. What is it called? Victimhood. You cannot be addicted, and you can't normalize victimhood. Okay. You just have to do the work. One of my clients, um, sent me a message, and we have Voxer Coaching Day. And so one of my clients, she's amazing, and she is a consultant. And she's been like killing it in the nonprofit consulting game. And so one of the things that she was saying to me, she was like, Coach, she shared with me a screenshot of someone that was inquiring about her services, and they responded to one of her emails, one of her cold emails that, I have her sending, because consultants, I kind of treat them a little different than the coaches. So it is just absolutely amazing to me, because she said, Coach, she said, what you said was so good the other day when you told us that, the numbers are the numbers. And this is a numbers game. No matter how you slice it or how you dice it, it's a numbers game. And you can play around and do just a little bit here, a little bit there because of whatever, or you can just play the numbers game. Just play the game. And the game is just knowing that whatever you are manifesting, if y'all hear dog, listen, dog got that thing. So there are so many different things when it comes down to marketing, and you got to start thinking about the numbers, right? And so when she tapped into the fact that she said every single thing, every single day, I am focused on creating and sowing seeds. That's what I want to like really, really get you to understand, is that every single day you sowing seeds. Like, you can't worry about the harvest. You just know that the harvest comes because you're sowing seeds. There's a cause and an effect to everything. So when you don't get what you want, go back to the cause. I didn't get my, I still this another month. Go back to the cause. Because what? Another month has went by. I didn't get $50,000 months like I really wanted it, because of what? These are some of the things you got to think about. Like, the reason why I didn't receive the results that I wanted is because of what? And the cause is the reason why. And the cause is the behavior, right? So because I did more, folding into distractions, because I spend more time scrolling on my phone, because I spend more time comparing myself to everybody, because I didn't go all the way as far as like sending emails, making the phone calls, setting up the Zooms, because I didn't go live, because I didn't post consistently, because I lacked consistency, because I allowed myself to become more distracted on what was going on around me and avoiding. This is why the effect is just a byproduct of the cause. And then not thinking about, oh, and Marie said, let me make sure I maximize this screen, child. Ooh, she said, question if I was equipped to handle the success, the responsibility. And see, handling success just basically means handling responsibility, because success is a responsibility. There's a responsibility attached to success. So what does it mean to trust yourself? What does it mean? It means having confidence. Okay, I ain't got my glasses on, so we're going to do the best we can. Having confidence in your ability to make decisions, handle challenges, okay, and navigate your life or business in alignment to your goals and your values. Do I need to read that one more time so you can write it down? Because the first time is for your ears to catch it. The second time is for your spirit to catch it. Because sometimes we listen And then it goes one ear and out the other. Okay, so let me read it again so that your spirit can catch it. Because we got to listen to understand. Okay. Trusting yourself. Here we go. Trusting yourself means having confidence. Having confidence in your ability. Am I able to do this? Having confidence in your ability to make decisions. Handle challenges. Can you trust yourself to do that? Can you trust yourself to make decisions? Can you trust yourself to handle challenges that come your way? And can you trust yourself to navigate life and your business in alignment to your values and your goals? So now, okay, so let's reverse engineer this, because this is class. I hope y'all got y'all notebooks. Y'all know every time you come to my live from here on out, going forward, you need to bring a notebook, journal, or something when you come and listen to this, okay? Y'all stop just listening to this and just laying on the couch in your bed. You need to get up and you need to take copious notes. Because this is life class. This is business. Everybody that's listening to this, you need to be in some level of business for yourself. That's very important. Who else is live? Who else is live? I see people watching now on YouTube. Bring me some hearts. Bring it on in. This is what I'm saying. When you're in class, you have to start listening to yourself, listening to what is coming up in your spirit, listen to what's coming up in your heart space. Because some of y'all are saying y'all doing the inner work and you're really not doing the inner work. Listening to me live is listening. Hearing is comprehension. Listening is just, oh, that was good. Oh, that was so good. She just encourages me. If I'm encouraging you and there's no action, then I failed on this live. This is not about encouraging you. This is more of inspiring. So inspiring is a different energy. Inspiration is a divine attribute. When I'm inspired, I get up and I do something. When I write the vision, I make it plain. Then there's a run after that. There has to be a level of get up in yourself. I can't just sit around and be inspired. I just can't sit around and be encouraged. I just can't sit around and just be, pushed in the back and pumping circumstance. There has to be something coming after that. That's why I tell like women, when they're not, I'm not as motivated, or I just feel like nothing is happening. It's because number one, you want people to come to you because you're pretty. You just want people to come to you because you're nice. That's not how this works. You don't want people to come to you because you're just, I've been in business for 30 years. Nobody cares. It's 2024. I've been in business for 7 years. I have, I've been in business for 9 years. I don't care about your years of experience. It doesn't matter. Can you adjust? Because right now, you acting like you don't trust yourself. You don't show up. You're not consistent. Nobody can lean and depend on you. You're not enthusiastic. You have no joy. You don't come from a place of deep work. So when you get on these lives, there's nothing coming out but just fluff. There has to be a wanting to do this. And you got to think deeper than surface level. It's not just motivating people. Where are your stats? Where is your data? Where is your consistency? Where is your expertise? Are you deepening the work? Are you listening to what the ideal client has to say? Are you scheduling calls? Are you scheduling client calls? Are you scheduling clarity calls or consults? Are you scared? That's all you need to do. If you know that you're good at what you do and you know that you're wonderful at what you do, and you know you get good reviews, you know that people come and they rave about your work, then the close is never the issue. It's the fact of, do I have enough going on my calendar where people are saying to themselves, like, I really want to work with this person. I really want to work with this woman. She's so good at what she does. I'm going to go ahead. Are you doing what it takes to get the people interested in what you have to say? What do you do so that they can say yes to you, and you can close more sales, you can make more money, and live a much better quality of life? But if you're not trusting yourself to do that and show up in that, nobody's coming. That's why I said, like, y'all are saying that you're doing all these things. What are you doing every day? Amen, somebody. I don't care. I don't care. You can get mad. Well, listen, we're burnt out. I didn't say we. I said you. Because everybody love to put we in there. I didn't say we. I said you. Individually. Take individual responsibility. When you loop in we, you're hiding. When you say, well, we're tired, who is we? Because there's only one of you in the business. You're the CEO. So what are you talking about? Don't make excuses for we, because we know the we ain't they ain't doing nothing. I want to know what you are doing. You tell me what you're doing, and then we can have a conversation. Tell me, when you first wake up, what is your morning routine? What do you do? See, women have they have a different morning type than men. And this is why I have to tell women, like, you sometimes you can't get up and go straight in like men do. Sometimes you have to sit and think and soothe your emotion, because your default is emotions. YouTube, y'all quiet. I don't know what's going on. Y'all need to wake up. Come on. Y'all were active at first, and then all of a sudden everybody went to sleep. You need to get up, and you need to have some get up about yourself. What do you want in the morning time? What are you dreaming? What are you visualizing? Then what you need to do is you need to get ready for your day. You plan the night before. Thank you, India. Thank you. You plan for the night before. So you need to get your sales. Like, okay, first thing is first, sales. I'm going to say that one more time. Everybody here, what's the first thing you're supposed to do after your morning routine? After you get yourself together, after, if you got kids, take your children on to school or whatever you got to do. And then what do you do next? You need to go ahead and focus on sales. You need to get in front of the money. Who do you need to follow? Do you have any proposals out there that you need to follow up on and get them closed? Sending a note and asking the person, are they still ready to go? If they're not ready to go, go to the next person. Sales is number one. Get to the money first. No, it ain't no Canva. It's not I just want to go ahead and make this ebook real quick. You're avoiding. Go to the sales first. For those of y'all who've been following me, what is the one thing I told y'all? Two things to do every day. But one thing I told you to do before noon. What is that? If you've been listening to me for the past several months, you ought to know what I'm saying. What is that one thing I said you need to do by noon every single day? And it's a number. Hint, hint, it's a number attached to it. I want to see if somebody gonna guess real quick. YouTube. I know YouTube got a little lag, so it might take them a minute. Okay. So my potentials influence said get in front of 30,000 people. That's number one. Yes. What's the second one though? 100 people by noon. Thank you, Kyla. Thank you, Kristen. Yes. Get in front of 100 people. Connect with 100 people by noon every single day. Talk to 100 people by noon. Yes. Before noon, at least by noon, I need you to connect with 100 new people. Every single day, try your best to get in front of 30,000 people. When I say get in front of, I'm talking about with the algorithm, like social media, the reach. The reach. 30,000 in reach. 100 connected with 100 people is different than getting in front of. Getting in front of is the social media algorithm. So if you've been following me, I kind of explained what that is. So getting in front of 30,000 people every single day is basically the type of content that you're creating and the reach. If you can get the reach, 1 to 3%, 1 to 3% of that hopefully will convert to something in your email list or your course, or you get sales some kind of way. Okay. But the other thing is you can actually control connecting with 100 people. And when I say connect, that means you need to send out connections, or you need to engage with 100 people that's new. You need to choose which one is going to be. It could either be by email, where you emailing people, 100 people a day. You can do 100 DMs, 100 calls by noon. Try your darndest. Okay. Amen, somebody. So there's two things. I just gave it to you, like two things. But Jay, I got some. I ain't asked you all that. You knew all that before you started the business. I don't care how many kids you got. It's you. You the one decided to have all these babies, and then on top of that, that's all the more reason you need to increase it to 200. Then instead of 30,000, it needs to be 60, especially if you got a whole bunch of kids. I don't need to see you nowhere outside. You need to be working. Crafton said, could you still see results if you haven't been consistent? Yeah. I mean, you can. But are you building wealth or what? Because when I see those types of questions, it's like, let me find a default to go backwards. I understand you trying to. Let me see if I can break this down. This is not personal towards you. Crafted, because I got to get your name, boo. She said, could you still see results if you haven't been consistent? Of course. If you want to have a by chance type of business, go for it. I told you that, sometimes we like these by chance. We like these lucky, oh, I woke up and, it had been 2 weeks. I haven't even been marketing. And then somebody out of the blue, because they saw my thing. Okay, that's a by chance kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to build a business like that. You want to build a business where if the check is in the mail, that's because you did the work that the check came in the mail. If you get a $15,000 client, it's because you did the work to get the 15,000 client. And then tomorrow you get another close for $7,000 client, because guess what? You did consistent work. So why would you want to take the chance and be sporadic with it when you can just be consistent? Okay, but Jay, here we go. I already know how we roll. I already know. I already know how we roll. Because the next question would be, well, what if you are consistent? And, coach, I do it every day. I post every day. I make content, and I'm still like, I'm having something. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, so it could be messaging. Okay, it could be content. Because just because you post don't mean you posting something that your ideal client wants to hear. Maybe you just post it because you just feel like posting. And we got to be intentional in this season. Social media is at a maturation phase. Social media, everybody talking and everybody loud. So if you're going to be in business and standing on business in your business using social media marketing, you're going to have to be intentional about what you're talking about. I don't know y'all's goals. This is why I told my clients recently, I don't know where everybody's goals are. I have no idea. That's between you and your goals. But if you're trying to do all this extra stuff that you say you want to do, like fly and yachting and all this, okay, but that You can't get all of that. I mean, you can. It's just that you're going to have to conjure up a whole lot of energy in order to, because you can manifest whatever you desire. Somebody can come to you and say, girl, I got a yacht and I know somebody with a yacht. Come with me. All expenses paid. We're going to go to Miami. We're going to, that's a happen. It's a by chance kind of thing. But I can control what I can control. What can I control? I can control me. I can control my behavior. I can control my approach to the work that I'm doing. I can control that. I can control getting on my computer and sending some DMs, sending some emails. I can control it. I don't have to wait on somebody to come and tell me. I can just do it myself. You're with me? Can control me. But if I have a lack of self-control, I'm not going to do it because I don't have control over my behavior because I have relinquished that control to my distractions. And see, we'll make up some like, I'm in spiritual warfare and all that. No, you ain't in spiritual warfare. You're giving in to the distractions. Now, if you're sick or something like that, then that's a completely different conversation. But let's just act like everything's okay. Let's just kind of act like the things are fine, okay? Like you're in good health or decent health, or you good. Let's assume that. So don't get caught up in the what ifs. What if you just did what you said you were going to do? I don't never hear nothing like that. What if I just went all the way this time? I really want to encourage you from today all the way to December 31st, just for habit's sake. And you probably need to come back and look at this video probably 3 or 4 more times to get this embedded in your muscle. Because some of y'all, you'll leave off the live and go to bed and you'll never think about it again. And for TikTok, I have, this is going to be on YouTube. The replay is on YouTube. It's not going to be here on TikTok. So if you have joined or whatever, and you want to subscribe to my YouTube, go to the link on my profile and come back and look at this. And when you come back, like I said, you need to be taking some notes because there may be some things you're going to hear on the second go round that you didn't hear the first time. Because we have to get in business of control, of power, of knowing and trusting. Like you're grown, you're an adult. You have responsibilities. Y'all here. If you are on here right now, I want you to tag 1 to 2 people. Tag 1 to 2 people or send this to 1 or 2 of your business besties, somebody that this is free value, this is free game. But let's go back. I want to go back real quick to trusting yourself. Means having confidence, okay? Having confidence in your ability to make decisions, handle challenges, and navigate life and business in alignment to your values and goals. You need to write down what your values and goals are. What are your non-negotiables? I think it's absolutely ridiculous that you don't have any audacious goals and any type of boundaries set around. Like, what do you do every day in your business? Like every day, like clockwork. What is something that you do every single day and it's without fail? Like, is it a post? Is it what is a non-negotiable to ensure that every single day I do this because this is my practice. This is my discipline. I'm not talking about going on walks. You're supposed to do it anyway. I'm not talking about eat a good breakfast. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the business. What are you doing to push revenue? The revenue generating activities. What are you doing every single day to move the needle in your company forward? Forward. Is this making sense? And A. Marie, she said lives online. I'm sorry, lives online minimum 30 minutes. You may need to do 45 minutes. Maybe have to go a little bit longer. Sometimes you need to what is it called? You probably need to go a little bit longer on lives simply because you need to get the people. You need to gather your people. Gather your people. Sometimes you have to go live a little bit longer. My lives are usually an hour to an hour and a half. You know why? Because first of all, the algorithm works on your behalf when you do that. That's me. And of course, social media is going to love you for that. Okay. Social media is going to love you for that because you're keeping people on their app. See, I do at least, I've done 2 hours. I've never done more than 2 hours. One of these days I said I was going to do like a 3 hour. I've heard that works really well. But I don't even know if I got the bandwidth for that, but I'm going to try it one day. I know it may be tonight. I don't know what it looks like. But what I am going to say is that it's really, really important that you develop some type of values and goals in your business. Like, what does that look like? What does the followership look like? Janice said that she studies her analytics. Absolutely. And then adjust accordingly. You're developing your tribe. You got to grow it. Amen, somebody. You got to grow your tribe. You got to grow the community. Grow your email list. Are you growing your email list? I ain't even got. Okay, so start the. See, this is the thing. A lot of people say, I don't have. I don't have. Get it. Just go get it. Invest. And if it's a free trial, hurry up and get to the free trial so you can make some money and then you can pay for the doggone software. That's how this works. As an entrepreneur, let me see this. I'm gonna say this. You gotta stop saying that you don't have it. As an entrepreneur, your job is to always find the money. You understand? I remember my mentor said this to me years ago, and I'll never forget it. He said, you should never get to a place in your business where you just say, I ain't got it. Because that means you have given your brain the permission to stop finding solutions for you. You have given your spirit to stop looking for solutions on your behalf. And it really means that you don't want it. And you don't want to get it taken care of. Even when problems arise, I don't have money for that. Why don't you have money for that? Yes, you do. You have money for anything you want to do. I know that messes you up and triggers you so, but every time you start thinking about, I don't have it, you need to ask yourself, I'm an entrepreneur. I can create money at will. I've closed sales before. People have paid me money because I've done a thing. So why is it now I don't have it when I know that I have the ability to get it? Let's go back to trusting yourself. Okay. The confidence, the confidence in your ability. Are you confident in your ability? That's the first question. If I don't trust myself, it's because I'm not confident in my ability, despite me being able to get results in the past. This is good. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. That's good. If I if I'm confident in my ability, then it's never a I don't have. It's a give me a day or two. It's give me until the end of the day. It's give me until Friday. And I don't have to go borrow it from nobody per se. You see what I'm saying? I can always just go make it. I could just create the money. Humans, I need y'all to write this down. Humans are channels. Write that down. Humans are channels. I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. God will not, universe will not, source will not withhold anything good from you. So if it's something that you desire, if it's something that you desire, if it's something that you want to experience, if it's something that you even need, I know that the manifestation and spiritual girlies don't like you saying need, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's a need. And if it's a need, then the needs are met automatically. So the need has to be manifested. If I am provided with my needs being met, then if I need $10,000 today, the need is met. And so don't get on here saying, well, we don't need $10,000. How you know that? How do you know my mortgage is? It's some people with mortgages that are $10,000. So what you gonna tell them that they don't need it? Well, they don't need that big house. First of all, you don't get to dictate the needs of people. In that case, you don't need an apartment. Did you know that Americans are the top 1% in terms of income in the world? Did you know that we're in the top 1%? So you're in the top 1% somewhere because you get to choose, especially if you're an entrepreneur. You can create money at will. You can send out an email right now and tell people, hey, I got a product. Hey, I got a class. Hey, I got this. And if you test the temperature of your audience. If your audience doesn't start buying within 48 hours, you got a very cold audience. You got an audience that really don't know what you're doing, or they're not going to just up and leap. You need to get your audience hot. You need a hot audience. Y'all, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, period. Period. You need an audience. Humans are channels. So for your needs to be met, a human has to be willing, even unconsciously. Here we go with the woo-woo talk. I know that some of y'all ain't woo-woo, but we're going woo-woo anyway because I'm woo-woo. Okay? I'm a little woo-woo. So what that looks like is that if I have a need to be met, I got a need that I need met today or tomorrow or by Friday or by Monday. There's a need on the table. If I'm an entrepreneur and I got people, let me tell you how this works. Because I'm really appreciating how some of y'all are coming to my DMs and saying, Coach, I took this class. Somebody came to me last night and said the manifesting without money class. She said, Coach, I manifested $300. You may think that's small. For her, there was a need. So here we go. Humans are channels. These are containers, this body. Okay? I want to serve notice. Don't get too attached to this stuff. This is going to stay here. Okay? Come to peace with that. This is why it'll get easier and easier for you to trust yourself, because the thing is, when you stop attaching yourself to the body that you have, even though you need to keep your body good because it has to navigate through this realm by law, right? But at some level, you're going to have to depart from this world. You have to depart from this plane, and you can't take your body up there. Your soul or your spirit has to go. It has to leave. So with this body here, though, we're dense. So it takes time for things to bring and grow a skin in so many ways. So, but the point I'm making is that every human, once they allow themselves to become channels, which requires what? Obedience to a thought or to an idea. If I say I need $5,000 to pay back whatever, or $5,000 in order to da 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 da, or I got to go on a trip. I want to go on this retreat, and the retreat is coming in 2 weeks, and I got to pay this money. Let's say it's $4,000. Now, people will tell you you don't have to go. I want to, though. But as an entrepreneur, This is why I say entrepreneurship is a spiritual assignment, because it takes a little bit of audacity to bring that in. So when I say I want to go to this retreat, or I want to go to this conference, or I want to do this or do that, I don't have to sit and wait on a check to come through. I literally can go and find somebody today. It depends on how bad I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Spirit, hey, I want to go here. I want to go to this conference. Okay. I want to go here. So that's a desire, because you're invoking emotion. If I'm getting emotion involved, that means that I'm embodying it. I'm embodying it as if I already have it. So all I need to do is just get busy. What I need to do is produce value. What I need to do is just not worry about how I'm going to get it, but just do what I can control, which is what? Sales. I can offer value. Maybe I can go live. Maybe I can post some content, let people know what I got going on, and just let source, God, catch it. Because it's not my responsibility how it comes. My responsibility is just to manage it and get it done. Right? Got it. Crafted, I see your question. So I'm going to wait, because at the time of maturation, it's going to be here on time. It's never, ever going to be past time. It's going to be on time. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So instead of you telling yourself that I can't do it, trusting yourself means to lean in, even in the challenges, means having confidence in your ability to make decisions. Handle what? Challenges. Challenges what? Okay, I got something I want to do and I got to pay by next Tuesday. The challenge is I don't have the whole thing up front, but guess what? It's here. It's here. It's in my wheelhouse. I don't have to necessarily go get it. It's already here. It's already on the email list. It, it's on my friends list. It's on my connections. It's not far from me. When the desire comes up, I don't have to go far looking for how I'm gonna take care of it. It's already here. That's why I tell y'all look too far down the road for money. Money is always right there. It's just air. You just need somebody to catch it. And it's already somebody who's been thinking about you anyway. Y'all, if I take y'all down here, y'all ain't gonna be no good. Y'all gonna call me psycho. Y'all gonna call me crazy. What is she talking about? As a coach, my job is to, number one, fix performance problems. Okay, that's just what coaches do. We fix performance problems. Okay. Then number two, we help our clients with creating new belief systems and strategies. But 80%, really 75 to 80% of business is mindset work, which is also why a lot of people don't go far in their business. They're not consistent in their business. They're not really even concerned about their business growth. They're only interested in the illusion of working and growing a business. When in actuality, if I look at your books, if I look at your docs, if I look at your stats, if I look at your sales numbers, nothing is going on for real, because you're not concerned about the growth. You're only concerned about the illusion that you're growing. How are you working and growing the business every single day? If you're not getting sales in your business every single day, there's something diabolically wrong and chronically wrong with your business model. That's me. That's my thought. That's my opinion. Because women, I believe you should be paid every day for what you do. One of my clients, I just saw on TikTok, she booked an impromptu trip out of town. She booked it at 1:00 and was on the plane at 3. She said, I just felt like doing it. Coach, I had a really good month. Had another client who was at $15,000, $16,000, $17,000 in her month, like sales months, right? And this is the first time she ever hit 15,000. I mean, actually almost 16,000 in her business in 2 weeks since working with me. We just started working together and we started doing a lot of inner work. And a lot of women avoid that. You want it, but you avoid it. I don't understand that because you're used to logic. You're used to tell me what to do. You're used to somebody get on my back and tell me and supervise me and manage me. And that's a lot of y'all's issue is because you need somebody on your back. And this is why I told people when women cannot trust themselves in their own creative space, if you don't create structure in your business by yourself and actually get up, get your butt out of that bed, sit your tail down on it at that table and chair set or at a desk or go to Starbucks and get that laptop, take your iPad or whatever else you got and work your business like you're working for a Fortune 500 company because that's what you got to treat it like. You're not serious. You got to be kidding me. We got the MCEO Leadership School next year. There are women that are telling me I want to do this. And I'm like, you made money in your business. So what's the difference? I'm not begging you to do it. I just don't trust that you really want to. Because if you wanted to, you would have went in. You would have said, boom, here it is. When and you ain't got to be like me. You don't have to be like me. But when I want something, if I see an offer and I want to do it and I'm ready to join like this within the next 2 to 3 days, I always tell them, give me a day or two. I'll be right back. I'm making offers like crazy. I'm doing on top of what I'm already doing because I'm ready to do this. And I come right back. Because not only do I trust myself, I trust myself to be a woman of my word. And my word is my bond. And my word is my ministry. I have to practice that. I can't tell people I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. That's an insult to my name. Y'all feel me? Because the I am is very potent and strong. So you think just I am is detached from you, that it's God. And no, I am means to stand by my own word. There we go. Okay. Trusting yourself involves listening to your intuition, honoring your experiences, and believing that you are capable of figuring things out, even when the path isn't clear. That's good right there. But I'm going to go to crafted question real quick, too. Thank you, because I was about to I was about to go in on this. Crafted asks, how if you've never offered a course program before? People say that you need coaching to do that, but you also need money to get it. Genuine question. Okay, so number one, do you know how to coach? And do you have money anyway? Like, do you have a job to support that? I don't know what you have going on outside of that, right? What inspired you to go into coaching in the first place? Because you're not a coach unless you're coaching. Clock that. All the coaches that's saying that they're coaching, are you coaching now? I don't care if you coaching for free. I don't care. You need to have people on your calendar that you coaching every single week. I don't care if you taking $100 a session. I don't care. You need to be coaching every week. Because how you going to make money? How are you going to get the social proof? You need the social proof so that you can produce and then get more clients. Don't say you want to be a coach, you ain't coaching. You need to be practicing. You need to be getting results. See, a lot of times y'all be want to hurry up and get to the $5,000 offers. Don't you know that my first coaching package back in 20, I want to say 18-ish, I charged $30 an hour for coaching. It was the most exhausting work that I've ever done, but I was committed to building up. Y'all follow me? Sometimes it's going to take you doing some crazy looking stuff. And I didn't listen to the market. I just went on ahead and did because it was important to me to get the practice. It was important to me to build results. Y'all follow me? I don't know if this is making sense. You need to be getting results. You need to get creative about that. So if you can't coach people, or if you're not coaching people, I mean, how are you going to create a coaching program? You need to be coaching. I don't care. And this is why I told my clients, I'm like, there is no reason why y'all shouldn't have any clients. What is the problem? Like, I don't care. Get your books filled with people that you can coach. I don't understand it. And then they still fall on deaf ears because they're like, well, no, are you asking? Like, everybody in your vicinity needs to know that you're a coach. Everybody. That's the only way you're going to have to learn. That's it. Like, there is no other way. You need to get people, and I don't care what the market says. The market will tell you, oh, you don't need all this. Let me tell you something. Don't let the market trip you up. Not you, Crafty. Look, she said, I've been doing it, but not professionally. I've drained from my current work. Okay, so if you're drained from your current work, Crafty. So if you get a program, you're going to be even more drained. Coaching is energetic. It's a lot of energy to coach. I don't know if y'all understand it. That's why I have to take sometime to restore my energy. It's a lot. It's an energetic work. That's why I told people everybody can't do this. Y'all, everybody call themselves coach, but until you start doing the energy work behind this, it's a push of energy. This ain't no joke. This is no joke. So you're gonna have everybody. If you ain't got no clients right now, you need clients. What do you need to do? You need to get your calendar filled up with conversation. And Marie said, she said, I heard you say that you are thrusting people into their destinies. You're throwing them over there. And I told clients too, like, as a coach, you should be wanting to see your clients do better than you. If you can't see your clients greater than you can't see them greater than you. Like, even not even necessarily greater than you. And when I say that, I'm talking about in terms of you see greatness in them. That's why I only attract clients that they want to go higher, and they know that. They know that. And I said, I have to see you higher. I can't, you can't enroll in anything I got if I feel sorry for you. I don't take clients I feel sorry for. I'll give you a course, baby. I'll tell you probably need to do this. And when I say feel sorry for you, that means that I listen to the language that you use for yourself. I've even told clients before they enroll, and I got some on here on YouTube that will say, I've told them no the first time. They wanted to join. I really want to join, Matriarch. I'd be like, nope, you're not ready yet. Mm-mm. And someone would get offended. Why you say that? Because I'm listening to you talk about yourself. You're telling me everything that you got going on, and all the things that you scared of, and all the struggles that you have. And you mean to tell me your princess Lola, she said, "See me the links, coach." You, if this is the thing, I'm trying to get people to understand this. You're not ready yet, Lola. She said, "I want to be ready." I'm ready is what you want to say. Go get yourself ready, then you come back. The links is gonna be the links. Links ain't going nowhere. In fact, they right there. I always tell my clients, you got to be self-led. So which means you go look for. I go and look for people. Like I go look for their links. And I pay. If you're saying I want to be ready, you're not ready. It's not time yet. And I'm not being mean. It's just I've been doing this for so long. I already know. I know how how we operate. You're excited right now. These are all emotions. Hmm. You know, I want you to take care of yourself and get certain because I told people coaching is a wealth sport. You can't be worried about how you're going to pay your rent and pay your mortgage. Yeah, right. Hey, Marie, she said, I remember you said buy the groceries. Like, go buy your groceries, pay your mortgage, pay your rent on time. I remember a client, not a client. She was trying to become a client. And she told me, she said, well, I'm just thinking about like, I don't think I want to pay half my rent. I said, don't you do that. I said, absolutely not. Pay your rent. I said, because you're not going to hold that over my head. If you don't get results, you be mad at me because you didn't pay your rent. I said, go pay your rent. I said, I'm not a cash cow because you're going to have to learn how to be. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn how to become. And that takes time. And it's going to take more than a week. And I love everybody. I want to make sure I'm very crystal clear. I want to make sure I'm very crystal clear. I want you to be ready. I want to coach everybody on these lives. I want to see you in my programs. But I want you to root yourself because when you enroll, look at Corinthia said on TikTok, she said she gave me 90 days and I did in less because I knew she wasn't playing. Yep. And to the day, remember that, Corinthia? To the day. I said, you got 90 days, exactly 90 days before this is it. Because you can't come in here and play. It ain't no play. It ain't no, I'm got all this on. You need to go take care, go and see your therapist. I don't do trauma. Mm-mm. You got to be self-led. And I'm not even being mean about it. This is coaching. This is what I told people. This coaching is not, you know, doing a little bit. And, just how are you? Oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. You got to be able to say the hard things. Sometimes you got to cut off your clients when they start looping. I'm like, that is not what I asked. It's not being mean. See, I'm certified. So I trained under professional coaches, not these people out here that's talking about, build funnels and all this kind of stuff. Those are not coaches, those are marketers. Okay. You got coaches and you have marketers. You have mentors, right? So coaches are individuals that can take you to a certain place, bypass all of this, the long game, and you leap over there. It's a transformation game. This is why I told people Venus and Serena Williams, daddy never played an ounce of tennis in his life, but he coached two women to be icons in the sport of tennis and to be among the greatest athletes that ever lived in this modern era. Yeah, Lola, I have to be. Absolutely. She said, you're not mean at all. Yeah, you're a direct in the circle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. People that say I'm mean, they're still in their emotions. I know they're not ready. I just feel like, you trigger me. You're not ready yet. Because baby, your spinal cord gonna melt by the time I finish with you. And you really gonna be mad at me then block me for everything because you're not ready. Mm-mm. Had a client not too long ago. Self-sabotage. Just talk. I just feel like, I said, stop. You need to go back. Go back over the work that we've been doing with each other. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself, da da da. I said, I'm not kidding. Go do it now. She was like, oh, okay. That's what you pay me for. That's why I'm not cheap. Let me throw that out there. I'm not cheap. You're gonna pay for this work. It's transformation. You're turning into somebody else. If you say you're the generational curse breaker in your family, then let's do that work then. Because you're talking about breaking hundreds of years of deep trauma and fear, and you want me to pat you on the back for doing just a little bit? Are you kidding me? Girl, what? What is that? Right. She said, Jocelyn Prim said being soft and nice doesn't go with coaching. No, it doesn't. I can be kind. Kindness, yes. Considerate, absolutely. But I know women are emotional, and we have to root that so that we can do more intuitive things as opposed to emotional things. Emotions are tools to redirect yourself. When you get into your whiny state, it means that either number one, you're feeling some kind of way, it's hard, I don't like this, I kind of want to sit in my emotion, I just want to sit and feel sorry for myself, I want to stop, I want to procrastinate, I want to sit in my feelings, I want to sit in my once was, and I don't want to trust myself because I'm used to trusting other people and blaming other people when it goes wrong. So now I actually have to stand up. So I don't know how to answer. Well, I don't have the money and I don't know how to answer that. And that's not even being mean. It's just I don't know how to answer at that level. Because if your defense is I don't have money, I don't know how to fix that for you. And I don't have an answer. Because if you believe you can't make the money and you don't have the money, you can, I'm spending so much time to do it, then you can't coach people. You got to solve the money problem. You always solve the money problem, always have to be solved first before you do anything. Once you learn how to solve the money problem, you can do anything else. And that I'm not even throwing shade. That's just in general. I want to make sure everybody understand it. And I'm not even being mean about that. You got to first solve that because you can't even focus on changing your life because you're thinking about money all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to get to a place where you are not focused on money all the time. That should be the least of your worries at this point. I would rather your worries start being like, where are we going to vacation for the holidays? I want to move. I want to get a new house. Well, the house market, I don't care what they say. I say I want a house. I ain't. So I said I want a house. Well, okay, I say start taking radical responsibility for your own life instead of looping in with everybody else. Trusting yourself. Trust yourself. What do you want? Components of self-trust. Write this down. It's 5 of them. Components of self-trust. This is a class all in itself. Y'all here? If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, comment replay. TikTok, if you want to watch this over again, just in case you're, just joining, definitely come back. If you want to look at it again, come to my my YouTube so you can watch it again. Components of self-trust. Here we go, 5 of them. Number 1, self-awareness. Self-awareness, number 1. Number 2, intuition. Number 2, intuition. Number 1 is self-awareness. Number 2, intuition. Number 3 is accountability. Ooh-wee. That's their word. Women cannot stand their word, baby. They cannot stand accountability. Consistency is number 4. Number 5 is resilience. I'm going to go back over it one more time so that you can go in, because some of y'all write slow. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, intuition. Number 3, accountability. Number 4 is consistency. Number 5 is resilience. Okay? Y'all got that? TikTok, you with me? GP, are you with me? YouTube, I see A. Marie is doing the Lord's work on here with trying to help y'all get the documentation right. This is class. This is class. Write this stuff down. Thank you, Corinthia. Here we go. Feel free to share this broadcast. Number 2, I have a class, a 5-day live course with me, a group live course on the 2nd through the 6th of December is $55. It will go up to $77 on Monday to create content that shows you as a leader. We got to look at your strategy, and you got to come with authenticity. How do you get not only a growing audience, but an engaged audience? We want reach. If you're having issues with your content, you need to get your booty in that class. Your content is your first offer. If you're struggling with it, go get some help for it. Stop sitting in confusion. I want y'all to get to a place where you stop doing yourself like that. If I'm confused about something, I need to stop being confused. I think y'all think that you're going to, I really do think that some of y'all think y'all going to live forever to 500 years old, and you don't know how long you got. You just playing around. That's why I tell people, like, put the EIN number up if you're not going to do right. You put the LLC, just give it back to them. Just cancel the thing. If you're not going to do right by yourself. Do right to yourself. You're your first client. If you don't believe, how you expect somebody else to? Are you kidding me? You got to work on that. And it first starts with knowing. Okay. Components of self-trust. Here we go. Self-awareness. Like I said, we're going to understand our strengths, our weaknesses, our values, and emotions. So you need to understand what triggers you. But when you understand what triggers you, when you understand what confuses you, when you understand where you are, then you can make decisions based on that, or you will loop out, right? So I'm telling people, like, sometimes y'all be wanting to sit in there. When you find out what it is and you're triggered, you want to wallow in it. That's just you doing your nervous system like that on purpose. Sometimes y'all are, self-sabotage is when you sit in self-sabotage and stressing yourself out because you ain't doing nothing but getting comfortable on a hamster's wheel, turning and turning and turning, and nothing's going. So in actuality, you become more acquainted with staying small, suffering, and because you start to find yourself in the state of suffering for a long period of time. Hey, Sharita, you stay in this mode of suffering. So when you sit in suffering, then you go and find other people to suffer with. and talk about suffering. So you ain't doing it but talk about all your traumas and triggers all day. See, some of y'all stuck in self-awareness, but you never come into self-mastery, self-development. That's what I meant to say. You need to step into self-development. I need to develop. I can understand what I'm strong in. I can understand what are my weaknesses and my triggers. And I can understand what I value in so many ways and my next level version of my values. But then I understand my emotions without totally judging myself. And so my emotions are always triggered. My emotions are always coming from a state of victimhood, but I'm not doing anything to get out of it. I don't even believe in myself deep enough to find the money to fix myself. So I would rather sit in collective communities of suffering and talk about my sufferings with other people who are also addicted to suffering. Are you kidding me? What? How am I being fair to myself? I trust God enough that God exists, but I don't trust God to provide me with the resources and the people to develop. So I sit in my victimhood because I don't know nothing else. And I'm not trying to know anything else. Y'all don't make me preach this. Please don't. Let me calm down. Let me get out of here. Intuition, trusting your gut, trusting your gut, trusting your gut, trusting your gut feelings and inner knowing when making choices, when I choose myself. What am I actually choosing? I'm choosing to develop. Thank you, Angel. She said, I hope you know that you are God, saying from your name to the Marilyn Monroe poster. And I want you to know that that Marilyn Monroe poster is not because, oh my God, I'm a siren. That's a little bit of it. But I'm a celebrator of all women. So I got her up. And see, I'm moving. Y'all can't see this painting. But this is what I'm hanging up. I'm saving this for my next house. I think it's just dope. I got this from an antique store. And I saw that and I said, baby, she got baby hair. Ah, she got baby hair. She can and then I got this. This is what I got from Egypt. This is what I got from Egypt in 2021. I'm hanging this up in my office. This is from Egypt, Cairo. This is from Egypt. My favorite color is yellow. Okay. This is what I got. So I'm getting a special frame for this. Okay. I paid a lot of money for this. And this, look, this is my name, J-A-I. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's in yellow, but it's down here, J-A-I in hieroglyphics. You know, I can't just put this one up. It's got to be anointed in a special place. Yep. Yep. So I got to be very careful with this. And I haven't hung this up yet, but I am going to hang this up. So, you know, I'm very intentional about what I do. You got to be intentional. Okay. You got to develop yourself. You got to do that. You got to do that. Inner knowing. Number 3, we're going to accountability real quick. So accountability is taking responsibility for your actions. Taking responsibility. Give me some hearts. I love this. Take responsibility for your actions and learning from mistakes without self-blame. Okay. Taking accountability without blaming yourself, but saying, okay, so this is what happened. Okay. This is what happened. This is because, and then saying what happened. The reason why I didn't do this is because of X, Y, and Z. Identifying what it was, refine it, and then what is connected to it. What emotion is connected? Oh, crafted. Thank you. Hold on, y'all. Let me wipe this off because it's bothering me. Crafted. I love that. Thank you so much for that offer. But what I want you to do is I want you to concentrate on taking care of yourself so that you can, let me see how I can say this. I want you to live in your creativity. I want you to settle the belief systems and saying, because this is the reason why I say that is because creativity is the feminine. Creativity is the feminine. And if you want to live in a state of freedom, I want us to start living in a state of freedom, creative power. Yes, you will have to have logic. Yes, you will have to have some level of analytics and things like that, because obviously we live in a patriarchy. This is capitalism. We got to remember where we at. Okay. Don't nobody care about our feelings. So we got to get that together. Right. And then what we need to do is play the game so that we can live in our nature. I always tell people, when you don't know what to do, create. But most women can't create until they feel stable in their body. You got to feel stable and safe in your body. Like, as of this moment, I feel safe and I feel good in my body. So with that being said, I can create from that space. Okay. So, but I want you to start taking radical responsibility for what you have and what you desire, what you're praying for. What you're praying for. And this is where I told y'all, you got to get out of begging every Sunday, begging every day for money. Money is money. It's just money. It's just money. Stop making money the God. You're begging for the God instead of begging for the power over it. Y'all, you get too attached to the money. Well, I gotta pay my bills. I didn't say not to pay your bills. When did I ever say not to pay your bills? Pay your bills. Pay them on time. Don't nobody want me to talk like that. Oh, coach, hold on now. Look, hold on here. Hold on, coach. You take me to coach and crafted. I don't ever want you to think that I'm targeting you. She was like, okay. No, I want you to do well. I want everybody to do well. And you're asking some good questions. I just want you to feel good in your body to create. And when you create from a space of abundance, and I know this to be true, is that you can't ask for the sale when you are stabilizing your power. You can charge for money. Charge. See, if I take you there, y'all gonna be really on the flow. Why do I charge prices? I want you to always think about this. I ain't even told the matriarchs this. Write this down. when you charge for money, when you're charging for your services, when you're charging for your course, the price that's attached to that ignites a charge within you. What is the charge? The charge is invoking an emotion. What do you want to feel when you see it? And this is why I tell people, you'll know when you're undercharging because of how it makes you feel when it comes in. That's good right there. I ain't even charge you for that. That's good right there. Did y'all hear what I just said? The amount that you charge is invoking an emotion when it's paid to you. What would it feel like? This is why I tell people, stop looking at what you think other people will pay you. And that's usually how we are at the beginning. At the beginning, we charge low because we're thinking about everybody else. Well, they can't afford. They can't afford. Everybody I know, because see, we're only our price consciousness is middle class to poor. So everybody that's in our world, ain't nobody got no money. Everybody talk about how the bacon high. It ain't no look, it ain't no tissue ain't no sale. Because charge is power. When I stick a charge, revelation, watts, voltage. I want a 60-watt bulb. I want 100-watt or I want a 40-watt. It's according to how bright that light shine. Okay? That's in accordance to how much power it takes to shine that light. How much power. So when I stick the plug in alignment to the plug, that's how much charge. So Akua says, I wonder how I can charge so much if I couldn't afford to pay someone else the same. Because you're equating charging with your ability to afford something. That's not how that's not your fees and your costs and your program investments are not based on your ability to afford. It's the value by what you know. It's not, it's value by what you know. That's why you charge according to articulation, being able to process things out, be patient and emotional. You have to charge by the value, because this is the only, and this is why I tell people, you invest big. You ain't got to do what I'm telling you. But every dollar that you put into your brain is more and more intelligence. And then you can, yes. And then you can and this is why I tell people, don't be getting into courses and programs and you're not taking in the information. You're not soaking it in. You're not going to the sessions. You're not taking in the courses. You're not doing the work. It's the value exchange. Everything is energy. I know this sounds woo-woo. My value has to be there. This is why sometimes you be feeling some type of way when you see somebody else that's 10 years younger than you doing the exact same thing that you're doing, 15 years younger than you, 20 years younger than you, doing the exact same thing that you're doing. Come on, somebody. Doing the exact same thing that you're doing, charging 3 times more and people paying them, paying in full, and you over there looking like boo-boo the fool because you like, really? And then you be feeling sometimes, see, most times if you're not aware, if you're not self-aware, If you're not self-aware, you blame them. You'll say, oh, it's because they're white. Oh, it's because they're Hispanic. Oh, it's because they got family. Oh, it's because they got started because their husband is a, and she's younger and she's, she dresses real good. She got a brand. You'll do all that. And she's prettier and her hair is long and she's skinnier and she's this and she got a husband and she got kids and she got, she in New York. That's why you'll make up all these excuses as to why that's happening and not happening for you. It's the value. And look, not only that, Janice, see, she said they knew their worth because it's identity. Because when you invest in yourself and you keep investing in yourself and you keep investing in yourself, and then on top of that, when your clients come back and tell you, I got this, I did this, I was able to achieve this, I got this photo shoot, I got this brand deal, I got this client, I got this contract closed, I made this much in sales, I lost this many pounds, my blood pressure is gone, my diabetes is gone, my sugar levels have went back to normal, my marriage is back on track, my relationship, I found the man of my dreams, or I found the woman of my dreams, whatever, I passed the bar, whatever that offer was, your people are coming back around and giving you the results. So what is happening is at the same time, every time people come back and tell you that what you helped them with worked, trusting yourself gets better and better and better. Because what happened if you're not careful is that people will come to you and, coach, everybody tells me how much I've helped them. People tell me how much it have. But see, this is the issue. The gap is this. You haven't realized your value. You have not. This is why I said out of your mouth comes God. And this is good right here. I've talked about this many times in the early days of coaching. But I'm going to tell you this. This is how you don't know. This is why you don't know yet. But this is how you know you're good at what you do. Anytime you open your mouth to say something to somebody to help them with a thing, you don't even know what you're saying half the time. A lot of y'all don't even catch it because the beginning parts of value is you don't even know what you're saying half of the time, but the information that's coming out of your mouth is so divine, is so on time, is so necessary for that other person to catch it. And it is definitely channeling, but I'm trying to give it y'all the basics so you'll know what it looked like when you say it. So if people are telling you, that was so good what you just told me, that was so amazing, oh my gosh, like I didn't even think of it like that, and you like, what did I just say? When you ask yourself that, you like, what did I just say? Girl, I just told her, I don't even know what I said. Because you ain't even in tune with who you are when you say what you say, because who you are in the imposter realm, right? When I say imposter realm, that means you live in a lie, but out of your mouth comes the truth. Catch that. That was, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going somewhere. I'm just talking. In your mind, you like, what did I say to her? That used to be me. I used to be like, what, girl, what did I even say? It looked like slang a little bit, girl. What I would do this, and this. And they like, girl, I'm gonna try that and see. And they go and do, girl, it worked. Girl, I did exactly what you said. You like, what I say? You don't even know what's up here. All that knowledge and intelligence. It just no. See, in the spirit, look, I always say the spirit girl is the spiritual girl is say it's channeling for sure. and it sits on you and you don't even know it's you sitting in it. But you know what? Sometimes when that light dims, you go back into the lie, which means I'm going to throw it out there. And I don't care if you feel some type of way. I don't care. DM your mama, DM your uncle, DM your godmama and your auntie, because I'm going to say it. Because when you go back to that 9 to 5 and be an imposter on them jobs that you holding on to instead of stepping out of your calling and developing yourself. So you go back into that job and you live a lie, giving them all your creative power while they pay you pennies and you making the company millions, multi-millions. Don't play. I know what I'm talking about because I was in it. So all that developing and all them classes and all them degrees and all them certifications and all them licenses and all that reading and all that intuitive conversations and all that praying and all that meditation and all them podcasts and all them books and all them seminars and all them summits that you've been taking and learning and speaking and reading and highlighting and doing all these different things. You're doing all of that. And it's building up with the anointing on your top of your head. Because as your identity only turns on when you in the realm. When somebody comes and brings you a question and it just come out of your mouth like that you step into the truth. And then you go back to living a lie. Because see, you in two realms simultaneously sometimes. You in over here and then you over here. And then you're in over here when somebody asks you a question. Because you like it comes because when it's second nature to you. This is why, this is exactly why I had to run this program the way I had to run it. Because I'm talking about next year, 2025. The program has to be ran a different way because I got too many women over time that depend more on logic and they depend on themselves. You got to learn how to depend on yourself. You got to run in it. And when women start trusting themselves, you can't tell them nothing. Baby, the God within them, it's a lifestyle at that point. You living in the truth all day, every day. That's good right there. So when out of your mouth comes God, right? So when you living in a lie and then you step into the truth when somebody is inquiring about some girl, I heard you was good. It's a girl, and I told y'all, some of y'all have heard me say this before, but it looked almost like this too. You can be in front of folks doing a presentation or at a meeting and you have input. And somebody on the other side of the room be like, and you like this second nature to me. I didn't even know that, I just thought it was, like a good question or a good comment or a good. So now you got people looking at you like, oh, that was good what she said. I really want to tell you that was good. When you went up there and presented, I was sitting there taking notes and you thinking like, girl, see, this is how you downplay it. Girl, child, it's back to lie. Because they see it on you. See, everybody know it's on you but you. Everybody know that you living in something else but you. That's why when people come to you and say, girl, I had a dream about you. See, that's the second phase then. That's the second phase. When people can see it and they be like, that was really good what you said. You know what? I was listening to you the other day when you said, that's phase one. That's when you know something on you. When people start telling you before you really pick it up. You know you different. You just don't know how you different. You can't put a finger on it. You just know there's something else. Come on, somebody. Y'all please. So the second phase is, you know what? I had a dream about you, because at that point, you still in denial. So because it's coming upon the appointed time in this realm, because there's no time in the spirit realm. You coming up on time here. And because the time has to be honored here, we're governed by time. So sometimes when we say timing is an illusion, that's only when you're in the flow state. When you're in the flow state, which means you're in the God mind, you forget about the concept of time and you just in flow until somebody wake you up, get out the trance because you're in creative mode. And they say, girl, you gotta go pick your baby up. Did you go pick up so-and-so? You be like, girl, what time is it? That's this is a preach right here. Y'all need to tag somebody, need to hear this. Tag somebody, need to hear this. Don't be selfish. I know you love me and I know you want to keep me all to yourself. Share this. Okay. So the thing is that that's the next phase. So then at that point, people start coming to you about dreams they had about you. I'm telling you, y'all, I've walked this and I know because I've seen other people say somebody had a dream about me, coach, and said, I saw you in a vision, da 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 da, and you was talking on stage and you was speaking to this and you was speaking, and you like, what? Speaking where? And you resisting that because you like, how? Like, girl, I'm just working this job. See, what it looked like is that you in a cubicle. You looking at that. Like, how am I going to be on stages and I'm sitting here as a manager or I'm sitting here as a lead? How am I going to do that? Because it's coming to a point in time. And see, this is when you're going to get hard-headed right here. This is the phase, this next phase. So when you got people coming to you and they know something different, then you're going to have some opposition. I know people don't like to claim that, but that's the truth. Because opposition, there is a polarity here, the law of polarity, just like you got anointed and you're going to have some opposition. Because now, not only do people see the divine gift in you, you're going to have opposition to stop you because they see it too. And I got to stop you because I'm jealous. And I know you're supposed to be great. And it's messing with me that you pretty, that you're gorgeous, and then you came from all this trauma and you still making it. I got to stop you. So we call it the enemy. We call it the devil. We call it Satan. We call it, But it's always going to be opposition on that side because there's the law of polarity. It's always the opposite side. So you're going to have that side over there trying to stop you from being great. So challenges come. This person talking about you, girl, your family, girl, I heard your sister saying, or I heard your cousin saying. You like, I ain't did nothing. So see, what happens is, before you understand who you are, you're going to have a story. You got to have a story. You got to have a testimony. You got to have a story. You got to have a testimony to go along with the ride up. Because what happens is that when you are seeing, you got to be able to go back and tell people what it was like during the times of opposition because you experienced it before. That's good. That is so good right there. That's good right there. So I'm in opposition. Somebody telling me about gossip or telling me this, and next thing you know, my my marriage or my partnership or my relationship start acting up, my kids start acting up, and they getting in all this trouble at school, and then my ex starts stalking me, and then his mama got something to say, my mama's got something to say. So all these things start to happen to take you off track. And that's why I tell people that's when you know you on track. When opposition starts to get in the way, when you make a decision, when you make a decision, say, you know what, let me just go ahead and enroll in this course. Let me go ahead and hire this coach. Let me go ahead and just get my, I just need to go ahead and clear all this stuff. See, you start talking to yourself like that. That's in the knowing. You coming into it. You coming into it. And then there has to be a way for you to wake up because now the dreams got to start coming to you even more. And you start to walk in like, why are people telling me how this and how I'm good at this and how I'm good at that? And then it gets to a place where stuff starts coming to you as far as opportunities. Momentum starts building up because now you've stepped into a yes. When you step into yes, I'm going to go ahead and take this all the way. You may not be fully embodied yet, but you're saying yes to the commitment of it. So I'm saying yes to the work. I still don't know who I am yet. I still don't know who I am. But my voice, which is sound, which is vibration, which is matching up, because before this is good right here. This is if you want to say it's channeling again, but what I'm saying here is when it comes to your call, when it comes to the purpose, when it comes to the mission, because you haven't stepped into your full identity yet, into the full I am, Spirit, Holy Spirit, whoever you call God, has to do the conversations and the talent and the skill for you until you wake up and identify with who you are so that you're aware. But until that happens, you still got to get a result, even when you don't know who you are yet. When you don't know who you are, you still helping people. When you don't even, I remember when I coached 2 millionaires in 2020, people that went to $1 million. Had no idea. There was a coach, I just billed another 500,000. We already at 500. We just building out another 500,000. We had $1 million in sales. Another client, coach, I was able to not only we just bought a house in Miami, 7-bedroom house. I got the testimonies. I ain't got to lie to you. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I ain't got a lot to kick it. I got integrity. I can go to bed and I got a baby. So I can't scam. I don't even know how to do that. And look, I'm coaching people to $1 million and I barely had $100 in the bank. You know what that was? That wasn't me. Because I wasn't in my identity yet. Y'all, because I still have to learn how to trust myself. I could have got mad when they told me that. I did feel some type of way, but it triggered I'm able to do this for other people. I'm not able to do this for myself. God said, because out of your mouth is me. It's to help them. And as a result, when you get to know who you are, it's going to happen to you. But you got to step into it. And see, I could have quit. Some people get in their feelings when they see people that they've coached, which means that they coached them well, which means that they got a talent, which means they're good at what they do, and you're getting results. Why aren't you feeling excited about you? I mean, I don't understand. But because we're human and we're not doing the work on ourselves, we get in our feelings when our clients get results and we still in lack. That's because you haven't done the work on a mutual, because I'm going to tell you this. Once you really get for real about what you're doing, everything that comes out of your mouth is like a boomerang. The word is a two-edged sword. So not only is it going to affect them, but it's going to affect you. So as a result, both of y'all get at the same time. And they pay you. Y'all. Around this live and you continue to do what you've been doing this whole time. You didn't listen to what I said. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. You got to change after this. There has to be something to stir up the gift right there. Come on, Charles. She said, coaches typically are good pushers of others, but not themselves. It's like a switch we have to learn to turn on for ourselves. Absolutely. Because what's missing is the self-work. It's the walking in that power that we're missing. And to be honest, coaches, our clients, and their results is a byproduct of our impact. It's a product of our impact. So instead of getting mad that your clients are doing quote unquote better than you, what you need to do is raise up the level of charge so that in alignment to what you're giving them in value, you can raise up the value. You can raise up the cost, the charge of it, because the value hit them to the point where wherever that price point was, it was enough. But see, this is the thing. This is why I say that things are spiritual when it's time for you to move into, because spirit has to send somebody that's going to sound the alarm for you to get it. It could have been a client, like the client, you could have charged them $200. And that was a wake up call for me. My first client that I coached to $1 million was $247 for 90 minutes. I'll never forget it. $247 turned to $1 million business for my client. That woman could have paid me $15,000. She said, she came back to me. It was 90 minutes after, 90 days after that. I'll never forget it. It was like yesterday. Her name was Amanda, and we still connected to this day. She came to me in 90 days. She showed me proof. She said, we didn't build another $500. And not only that, coach, not only that, I hired 2 new team members. I'm like, yeah. I told her how to run her meetings. I told her how to train her clients. I told her what she needs to do as a leader. I said, you got to stop doing this. Now, this is a multi-six-figure, $500,000 agency. I told her, I said, it's unacceptable. I'm talking to her like she paid me $30,000 paying full. Even though I was $100 in my bank account, I coached her like she had paid me $50,000. See, that's when you know that she took that $247 and flipped it into $1 million. But see, that wasn't her. I could have been mad at her. It was a wake-up call from spirit. You only need one to run. And I'm bringing this into Christianity real quick. If y'all would just allow me to just dip into the Bible real quick. You know how when Jesus his ministry was getting ready to go at 30 years old, who was first? According to the Bible, the woman at the well. He told her all the things that nobody else knew but her. And as a result, she ran into the city and said, come see a man. All you need is one to run for you. That woman was the one to take up the man. Like she was the assignment. She was the one that sounded the alarm on my behalf. Y'all, I'm hoping that y'all catching this. I'm really hoping that you're catching this. Because that one person, I put that doggone result up. I took a screenshot. I ain't even know to do that. I didn't even know to do that. I didn't even know. It was like an instinct. Post that result. Post it. I took a screenshot and I just posted. I need to go find it. I need to find it. I need to go all the way back. I need to go all the way back. Sometimes you got to go all the way back to the beginning. You got to go all the way back to the beginning and from whence you started. You need that one to run on your behalf to let the world know that you have arrived. You just need one. I posted one person, and this is before I invested in coaching, like dropped 4 figures and manifested the money to hire a coach. I hadn't even hired a coach yet. I wasn't even there yet. I'm living with my parents, with my baby. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It took one. When I posted the result, I was in business. For real. For real. Calendar piled up. Piled up. People, I'm hearing it because I had acuity at that time. I had acuity. Baby, I said, here we go. Here we go. The money start moneying, baby. Now, I was, like I said, I was only charged $247. I think I have took it up probably like to 400 and something. That was back then. I said, I'm just going to raise it up just a little bit. I'm a little nervous. Look, somebody turned somebody into $1 million. I'm a little nervous. What if somebody, and then, my mind stopped playing with me. What if somebody may say it's too much? I'm trying to tell you, I had to run with it. And then it was time for me to step into. And that's when I said, I got to do this for me. I just needed the proof. It was already there. I had to identify that I know how to do this. I know what I'm doing. It's okay for me to own it. I hope you catching what I'm saying. It's okay for me to own that I know what I'm doing. It's okay for me to trust myself. It's okay for me to say, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. Some of y'all need to identify yourself with that it's okay for me to know that I'm dope. And a lot of y'all done lost that. You've lost the ability to identify with yourself as an expert because you don't have the aesthetics. I remember when I was in this class, and I'm gonna get ready to head off. This lady, and I remember because everybody was telling me what I needed to do. Oh, you need a brand. And I'm not saying that you don't need a brand. I'm not saying it. I want everybody to chill out. What you do kind of, I didn't, let me cook. Because see, this is imposter syndrome for somebody. Sometimes when your voice is the superpower, when your voice is the talent, when your voice is you ain't got to do much. You don't have to do much. Like I tell people, I ain't got no landing page for Matriarch. I got a training video. I'm not saying do what I do, but because I've been able to validate self and I took away, snatched back the need to be validated externally. And I took it back to myself. That took work for me to do. Money comes to me at record speed. Some of y'all need to get in that class on the 2nd through the 6th. I'm not kidding. If you need to schedule, I got one more spot for one-on-one. One more spot for one-on-one. It's on my little stand store thing. I'm not playing. You know what you're doing. You just have to know that you know what you're doing. And you need other people to know that you know what you're doing. Y'all follow me? You got to get acquainted. You've got to get acquainted with your identity. I'm not kidding when I say that. And see, when you're getting coached, when you are moving into coaching, some people, they start listening to other people. They start getting distracted. They start looking at the movement of other people. You don't know what they're doing. It's a career. It's a profession. You can't rush greatness. You got to go at a steady pace. This is why a lot of people burnt out, and some people are still addicted and still attached to 2020 and 2021-year-old. I mean, 21-year-old, 2021-year self. You still haven't divorced from that self. Oh, I did so good back then, and I feel like I made so much money. You got to divorce from that. Just understand that that was just a highlight. God gave you the ability to get a sneak peek of your potential. But see, you fell back when you started looking at everybody else slow down. You started to listen to the economy. You started to listen to everybody about politics. You started listening to everybody, and you got distracted, and you start going in the noise, and you start getting lost in the noise. You start getting lost in the conversations, and you didn't stay the course. You started to focus on what everybody else was saying instead of focus on the path and the assignment. And this is why some people kept on going and a lot of people didn't. You had a preview. You had a sneak peek at your potential because you stood on business them 2 years. You was getting it, and abundance was just all around you. See, the thing is, abundance is still around you. You just stopped identifying with it. And again, when out of your mouth, when you don't know yet, like I said, you will say something to somebody and you don't know what's coming after that. But because it's coming so fast from you, you're not able to gather yourself and come behind the words that you're saying. And that's when you're not self-aware, because some of us are talking and we're not going behind what we're saying. So when you say you don't know what you said, it's because you're not coming behind your words as it's coming out. Because when you are aware of who you are and aware that you are an expert, what comes out of your mouth, you can come behind it and know what you're saying. And it's process driven, and you can track it and document that. That's when you know. That's when you know. Because it's still God. It's still coming out. You ain't lost that part. You ain't never lost that. That's why I said you will always be able to feed yourself when you identify with your gift, when you identify with your skill, when you identify yourself as an expert. And then you're going to have to build up a defense. That's a whole nother life for a whole nother day. Because you got to monetize and build up a defense to protect the gift. Did y'all enjoy this? Did y'all enjoy this? I pray that y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. When I tell you I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna crash. I won't even expect to go. I won't even gonna do this live tonight. I'm not even gonna do this. And someone just told me that, let me go live and let me do this because I've been kind of hormonal today. But we've got to get to a place where we move because we're supposed to move, not because a bill is due, or not because we had a good conversation with somebody and they doing it and you're like, okay, well, I'm serious this time. No, I'm doing it because I'm supposed to. I'm doing it because my gift depends on it. My freedom is in what I do. Y'all trying to make it difficult. Y'all, you're making it difficult. Catch what I just said. The gift of freedom, the biggest gift that you can give yourself in freedom is to use the gift. The gift is going to free. Y'all, I'm about to run myself, clean out this door into that cold air. What I'm saying to you is that everything I look at, come on, somebody. Thank you, Kim. Even down to this podcast, is a byproduct of me using what's coming out of my mouth. Y'all, I'm finna go. I gotta go because I'm about to get full myself. Look, y'all about to see me throw my head back in Kojic. I'm telling you, everything. It will make room. Do you hear me? You playing. See, y'all know, I see some of y'all don't know, but my tribe knows. I used to preach in the pulpit. I'm talking about slaying everybody on the floor. Do you hear me? I had to contain myself. I'm telling you, everything down to the food in my refrigerator, what comes out of my mouth. But I had to identify with it. I had to identify with it. Because if I didn't know who I was, I would still be at my mama's house. If I didn't know who I was and I was just helping people just a little bit, I would continue to spin out people that was making multi-millions of dollars and, cover 10K months, 15K months, 30K months. I would still be able to do that, but I would still be stuck. I would still be somewhere without a car. Y'all, me going to Egypt would just still be a dream. It wouldn't have become a reality if I didn't use the gift. Y'all, everything that's on your vision board could literally be accomplished in the next 6 to 12 months if you would just use the gift. That's it. Like, that's literally it. You can come out of, y'all, if everything was taken away from me, which it won't, if everything was taken, I know exactly what to do to get it back and then some. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know exactly what to do. I wouldn't even have to start at zero. I could just start with the gift. What comes natural to you without even trying? Y'all play too much for me. Mm-mm. 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 You need to sit in it tonight. You need to sit in what I just told you. You ain't got no money because you ain't using your gift. You living in subpar areas because you're not using your gift. You in a relationship that's giving you stress and pain and high blood pressure because you're not using your gift. You working a job that's messing up your body because you're not using your gift. I'm setting up my whole business just to do this. That's what I'm working towards. I don't want to do nothing but this. But I have to go through a rites of passage first. That's the reason why it ain't happened yet, because you ain't consistent with it. Don't come my inbox telling me, Coach, this is what's going on. I don't want to care about you. Don't bring me your mama. Don't bring me your trauma. Don't bring me this is what I'm struggling with. You need to sit with yourself and say, even in spite of, even with the challenges, you ain't the only one that's going through. You ain't the only one that's going through. You ain't the only one that got the issues that you got. You're using that as the reason why you're not doing it when you just need to just do it. I don't care if you got to go sit in your car. This is why you see people that sold stuff out of their car, wrote plays in their car, design art and clothes and fashion design in the most stink of places because the gift they knew was gonna make room. You're not serious. You literally have Wi-Fi, a phone, a computer, and you still don't do. To sit with a gift that could free millions of people, looking at your situation, you're sitting in it on purpose. You know, sometimes you got to look at yourself and say, you know, I'm being crazy. Sometimes you got to tell yourself that I'm being a little crazy right now. I don't know why. I'm in this job that's really stressing me out when I could be using my gift. Now, do I have days where it's kind of, you know, challenging? But I would do this 10 times over and over and over again because it's natural for me. Sometimes we do this stuff to ourselves. We do this stuff to ourselves. It's our fault. You don't do because you're not doing and you're not taking ownership of that. So anyway, TikTok, you need to go subscribe to my channel to look at this live again because I'm not going to save it on TikTok. But this is really the season because we're going into 2025. And if you're going into 2025 and you're still holding on to the old self, you're not going to see it. I'm telling you, you're going to have to make a decision. Yes, YouTube can. It's on, like, if you go to my profile, click like I don't know if y'all following or whatever, go to the link in my profile. It's got the YouTube link at the top. And I got it here too. You got to get to a place where you're saying yes to yourself every day, even through the challenges. And you got to get to the other side of that. You got to get to the other side. Once you get to the other side, you can do some stuff, but you got to use your gift even going through sometimes, because the going through is to add to the story where you can tell somebody, even when I was going through my divorce, even when my house was getting foreclosed on, even when I lost my job, I still showed up. I got to go to bed. MCEO Leadership School is open. The deadline is the 30th. But anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got. I hope that y'all took this, and I gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna take my hot long bath, and I'm getting into bed because I told you this is energy, so I gotta recharge. I love y'all, and I say that sincerely. I want y'all to do well. I want you to stop running. I want you to start using your brain. I want you to make some goals. I want you to sit with yourself and ask yourself why. Ask yourself out loud, why am I still playing? And write that out and then settle it. Create new beliefs on top of the whys and the reasons why you keep playing. And then create new reasons as to why you're going to show up at this point. Don't go to bed until you do that. That's everybody on this live. If the sound of my voice and you heard this, do that tonight, because there's a greater work that's within you. And there's a lot of people that are stuck, constipated right there in destiny, and they can't go no further until you step into the gift, because you are the gift. You're the prayer. You're the answers to the prayer, because you have the information. And the longer you keep sitting with this information, people have to perish for a lack of knowledge. Good night.